Bunyoro remains locked in an eternal battle as the discovery of oil in the sub-region has created a new class of oligarchs eager to profiteer from the land transactions. Yet this has come at a cost for the locals. When the Commission of Inquiry into Land Matters visited the internally displaced people's camp at Bukinda in Changwari Hoima district in September 2017, Rose Kabagenyi, who is 76 years old, was amongst those displaced. She reveals how she was forcefully evicted. During the visit, the Commission's chairperson, Justice Catherine Bamugemerere, assured the affected communities that after consultation with the Prime Minister, Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda, they would return to their land.
I'm going to speak to the Prime Minister today. Prime Minister
It was a sign of relief, but on the 5th July 2018, Rose Kabagenyi and 2,000 others were evicted. They returned to misery inside an internally displaced people's camp after security forces, together with officials from the Prime Minister's office, evicted them.
Tubona babinga hano twikara hano babinga atiye kampu ya mukaba etulu bantu mbatutera tutumanya na mbere baruga Hoima baruganka tutumanye watuletera abamaye kututera.
Kabagenyi is jolted that at her ailing age she is treated as a criminal, not a citizen.
Dora amadukurara mlago majwa kararwa mu muntu ito mu government tukaliaki tukachwa blemuki tukachwa msangoki mu government kutubonesa bati twina kitwakozire kwe tutarwane tatere muntu baituko mbatutera hano watekara hano watajia hano watagendaka kiki tukaliaki to government netwi abasuhuki no bakagenda maiso abokwa abantu ba Uganda.
I've known this woman for more than 20 years because I've grown here. I've stayed here now for like 23 years. I was the head teacher, Bunyoro Primary School. I'm the founder. This center, as you can see it, started when I was seeing this woman is even an indigenous Bunyoro who was born here. But they say she is an encroacher.
At 106 years old, Jerurina Kangeyo is amongst the oldest people in the country. But despite the ravages of old age and abject poverty, she has not been spared of the eviction.
Batubinga, twaja parish, batubinga, twija twaja mu kitoro batubinga, twagaruka Nyamiganda nyine nayo batutera, niko kwija tukashitama hano. Hano mbera ya hano nenjara.
She now lives in deplorable conditions as she stares death. Many like Kangeyo live in mud and water shacks without blankets as biting cold weather in the night makes them vulnerable.
Condition surely is appalling because as you can see, the health facilities, education, these people no longer go to school. When you look around, there's no latrine. The housing facilities you can see.
When the Commission of Inquiry into Land Matters, headed by Justice Catherine Bamugemerere, visited the internally displaced people's camp in Changwari, the Prime Minister ordered for their return on their land. But thereafter, they were driven out of their land. They are now into a new location, continuing the suffering. Yet, they are Ugandans. The locals accused Charles Bafaki, a senior official in the Prime Minister's office, of instigating the untold suffering in 2013.
It is the same Bafaki who came and produced another report, which report I was a member of that committee. We disagreed with that report and we ended up not signing it in the office of the RDC.
The Prime Minister again entrusted the responsibility to the tormentors. Bafaki is the one who caused that eviction, and he's the one managing the process of having a solution for them.
In 2013, Charles Bafaki allegedly led a team of security personnel who evicted 28 villages comprising 60,000 people, claiming the land they were occupying was gazetted for refugee settlement. When Bafaki appeared before the Commission of Inquiry, he denied the allegations.
Women were raped. How would you feel if your wife was raped? How would you feel if your daughter was raped?
My lord, I don't know where.
You will have to tell us, and excuse me, sir, that is criminal. You will have to tell us where that land is.
They are all there.
Have you heard of this land which they are calling UPDF land?
I know it.
You know it.
Before you go to UPDF, can you define the word indigenous?
Bunyoro.
You did not.
Indigenous Bunyoro.
They go and beg the refugees to give them some of the food they grew. Do you know that?
Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom also claims ownership of the land. They say that the land under contention was offered by the kingdom to settle Rwanda refugees in 1965, but later in 1994, majority returned to their country.
Our king Satitowinyi in 1965 offered for, at that time they were there were refugees, and there were also people coming in from Kigezi. The chief in Kigezi requested Satitowinyi to have this land, to provide land for some people and for the refugees who were coming in from Rwanda. So that land was provided by the kingdom.
Hoima district authorities claim that the contested land between the locals and refugees in Changwari is out of their jurisdiction.
Land being referred to is a land that belongs to the office of the Prime Minister. And the reason they have that land is to resettle the refugees. So when time comes for them to utilize that land, and there are people they must deal with so that they utilize their property, I think that's where the question comes up.
When the IDPs move out of the camp to search for food, they often clash with refugees.
Because the worst situation is that recently in the month of July, some people in the IDP had gone to look for food because they have no food completely. So they met refugees who became angry on them, and there ensued a scuffle between the refugees and nationals. So police swung into action. It actually helped save the would-be worse situation, but cases were preferred, and they are still reporting on bond.
When you look at how refugees are living, when you look at their standards, education, health, roads, and when you come to the side of the nationals, you don't think here, you think that there are two countries. There is a country for refugees and a country for nationals.
The government is doing something to also provide for the displaced people. It has not left them in totality. But this land they had encroached on belonged to the OPM.
Land conflicts are spread across Bunyoro. Construction of an oil central processing facility at Kasinyi in Iburisa district could stall. This is after landowners on which the project is supposed to be built to kickstart the first phase of the oil production have rejected the government compensation of a paltry 3.5 million shillings per acre of land.
We as the land owners in the area, we found that money won't help. We also refused that.
Rosa Kabatonya, a resident of Kasinyi village, owns 4.5 acres of land.
Tosora kumbwera ukwiza onkutire simu ne jolo nyizensa iningire itaeli yange.
I'm in the RPC committee. My chairperson has been for many times being intimidated on phone call. I myself have been for many times called at night.
Kabatonya, a single mother of 8, says she will not surrender her land for the peanuts the government is doling out. The land measuring about 700 acres is located at Kasinyi in the Albertine sub-region. They are now demanding for 21 million shillings per acre of land.
We agreed
that the acre be valued at 21 million.
The whole of the land which we used to survive here, they have taken the whole of this land here, and now we are facing the problem of famine. Since morning up to this time, even we have not eaten anything.
65-year-old Sabiti Bihungi Kiza is amongst those seeking fair and equitable compensation.
Expecting to get money as fast as possible, but now we don't have anything. We are disparate. We have not refused compensation. We are eagerly waiting for it.
But the resident district commissioner Burisa district, Peter Bushoborwa, says those resisting will not detract the government program.
Those who may want still, who may continue refusing, may get their money from court.
And forcefully evicted.
No, government,
that's what it means.
No, we shall tell them to vacate. Will the government project store because some individuals have refused?
We receive order that RDC stopped you. You should not have a meeting with the landowners. So after that day, up to now, people become fearful.
RDC in Uganda represent the president in those districts. Does the president intimidate people? So where do you get the powers to intimidate people? So we don't intimidate, but we tell them the facts. You see, facts are bitter. I
told Bwana RDC Bisobora Peter that we people of Blissa, we are going to start even to fight, because if government fail to handle us carefully, I told him, and I say to him that Bwana RDC, it is now a time you to wake up to go to Muzei, our father, Mr. Excellency Museveni, President of Uganda. Told him, let him arise and come. But where there is a campaign, he's rushing there very speed. And this business which is going to be here is for Ugandans for long years.
And now we are seeing that why is it that the government is threatening us like that? So this is a very serious issue. The government should even help us, but that money, it is not a very good amount of money. We have seen the government is now forcing us, just forcing us to do that thing.
The first rate had been put at 2.1 million. Then the residents, the Balisa said, no, that's a little money, what. Then the rate had to be reviewed for their benefit.
On the 5th January 2018, an interministerial team that visited the area to persuade residents disagreed with locals on the money that government was offering. Burisa District Chairperson Simon Agaba Kinene is optimistic that the residents will accept the government offer.
Project affected persons are saying 21 million. It is the onus and the mandate of central government which is interested in acquiring that land to enter into the negotiation, for marriage, so that they can agree.
He says most of the land under contention had been grabbed by a businessman, Francis Kawa.
Had been taken by an individual, Kawa Francis. And now the people, the communities there, at least have the bargaining power of their land. Because some of them, as I talk, were arrested, they were imprisoned, taken to court, until when it was again leadership which struggled for them to have their land.
Jingo Francis, NTV.